All right, let's talk about this right now. Where Stan Verrett and Neil Everett are gone as SportsCenter duos, right? They're gone. Now it's just Stan Verrett there because Neil Everett obviously was not renewed. So this was a really poetic way of saying it, so I'm going to give it to you guys factually. When anchor Lee Leonard, y'all remember Lee Leonard? Me either, but it was in 1979 when ESPN for the first time had SportsCenter on, and he said, SportsCenter will be a big part of our future. In 1979, well, truer words have hardly ever been spoken. SportsCenter singularly defines the show in the history of televised sports for us in terms of highlights. It became a brand in itself for highlights. Like, you know how they say, oh, I want to Xerox something? No, what you really mean, you want to copy something. But Xerox took over the copy machines so much, they became the brand. Highlights weren't even highlights. We didn't even say that. Like, we just said SportsCenter. That's how big it was. Almost as well known as ESPN itself. So it served generations of sports fans with highlights, news, and much, much more. Now, a large piece of the history of SportsCenter has been the anchors that have graced the desk and delivered the highlights. We know who they are. We're talking about Chris Berman, Robin Roberts, Charlie Steiner, Linda Cohn, Craig Kilborn, Lindsey Czarniak, Scott Van Pelt, many, much more. They've defined what SportsCenter has been, but the iconic duos look a little different. Let's talk about it. Dan Patrick with Keith Olbermann. Rich Eisen with Stuart Scott. Boy, Neil Everett and Stan Verrett. Oh, man. It used to be a day, dog. You will go out there and ball, and as much as you wanted the ball to make some more money and make that honey look at you, that pretty girl, say, ooh, Marcellus a baller. It was nothing greater than to be on SportsCenter. I mean, I'm just not going to lie to y'all, dog. We were like, geeked up. Yes. And your face is on there. Goodness, you couldn't tell me nothing. Let me stop. If I did that and that, it's a wrap. Okay. So we know that Everett and Verrett didn't immediately enter that rare air with those other names, but it just seemed like it got better and better with time. So what's interesting about this is SportsCenter is not the same right now. Let's just be real about it. It's not the same in terms of impact like it had in 93, like it did in 03 when I was playing, or 2013. It's not even the same. Why? We already seen the damn highlight. Like, dog, I am not waiting up out here. I think it's 9 o'clock. Oh, what you doing? Put the kids to bed? All right, go pour me a strong one, a stiff one, go hydrate, turn on Van Pelt. Man, everything he gonna say I already heard about, it felt like. Or somebody done group text me, or I done been on the gram and synced it, right? So the point is, I seen the highlight. I seen the score. I know who won, especially if it's my team. So what's the draw now of SportsCenter? The personalities. What's the draw of SportsCenter now? The duos, the relationship that they have with each other, the duo, and that they have with us, the viewer. But if there's no duo relationship, and if it's just a one-off, and it's just like, who's this? And I swear, I watch SportsCenter now, I'm like, who that? Who that? I mean, I know Sage Steele, I know a few of the big names, Jay Harris, but I'm like, who that? Like, who that? And you can just, it's almost like an audition now for somebody who just came out of college who can read the prompter well. And I'm like, good for you, but that ain't my connection. That ain't old reliable. I used to go to Yee's Chinese food, not because it was the best Chinese food in the world. It's because I've been going there for 30 years. It's old reliable. I know what it is. And if I take somebody new there, they be like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, it's Yee's. It's connected to me in my childhood. Now I don't feel that connection when I watch SportsCenter. Can't lie to y'all, but I wonder what you guys really feel about this, because Everett's riding off to the sunset. So I want to know, what's the most iconic SportsCenter duo ever? Who y'all got as y'all number one duo? Just give it to me in the comments. Let's talk through that. Man, I'm gonna miss SportsCenter because Scott Van Pelt's still there, but he by himself. That's the point. Where the duos go?